When one eye is fixed upon your destination, there is only one eye left with which to find the way. I sadly have not written down who said this. Idea being the age-old sort of dichotomy or idea of journey versus destination. More or less an empty platitude, right? Saying, oh, the journey is more important than a destination. The real issue is, with these sort of quote-unquote empty platitudes or ancient wisdom that you've heard numerous times, there's probably some truth to them because they've been repeated for so long. If you want to do anything difficult, it doesn't matter. You want to write a book, you want to become a successful YouTuber, you want, I'm like more in the creative domain, so that's why most of my sort of examples are in that. You want to make a video game, like you want to create a video game, you want to be a big streamer, that's all awesome. That's great. It's good that you have some goals that are inherently interesting to you. Then what you have to realize is that there are always going to be parts of that process, right? Process or journey, we can call it whatever we want, that you're going to be like, oh, I really don't want to do this. Maybe you're not the biggest fan of editing. That is totally, it's okay. Or maybe you are actually a fan, but maybe sometimes you just have to get through this. That always can happen. And that's fine, right? That's not an issue. However, what is an issue if you don't like any part of a process? Let's say you're like, I really want to write books. Or no, that's not the right one. If you say, I really want to have written a book. Yeah, but that's not how it works, right? You can't have a six-pack but say, I want to have a six-pack but I don't want to work out. Unlikely to happen. Yeah, six-pack is usually made in the kitchen, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean. You know the idea, right? I want to build muscle, but I don't want to work out. That's one basically has to happen in order for the other to happen. So that's why you have to, at some point, also like the journey for the journey's sake, which will not only help you immensely going through it, because there will always be like issues that arise, and each issue is a hurdle that someone who liked the process is going to get over much easier than someone who did not, right? So if you're doing something purely because you're like, I want the end goal of this, it's going to be very hard for you.